Hi guys, Jace here. I'm in Nelson in the South Island and there's 4 of us today and we're going to do the Coppermine Trail. It's about 2 hours up, 1 hour down, about 30-35 kilometers long. I did it some 5 years ago, so I haven't done it since, so it'll be interesting to see if it's changed or not and see how good the downhill is on the way down. I'll do some commentary as I go along, but for now, come and join me on the Coppermine Trail. The Coppermine Trail is one of New Zealand's most accessible alpine mountain bike rides, all the more memorable for its relatively easy up and exhilarating down. It's amazing rocky tops, sweet smelling beech forest and meandering river trail. You get vast panoramas over the Tasman Bay and Kahurangi Range and is a thrilling 10 kilometers downhill single track. Also, it reaches up to 878 meters on the Coppermine saddle. Depending on where you start and finish, it's 38 to 40k and also 965 meters of climbing. I think that's for walking. Here we go. Most of the audio would be of just us talking smack most of the way up, so I'll record some stuff over the top of that.
I like mine hard.
The trail begins at lower reaches of Podge's Mountain Bike Park. It's a fun pace to ride with trails to suit most ability, so look on Trail Forks. You can see the trails crisscrossing this trail on the way up. This section of the trail is known as Mountain Walkway and it soon joins the old tramway, a narrow gauge, horse-drawn operation that is considered to be New Zealand's very first railway. This is it. All the riders coming down from the, I think that's Podge's Mountain Bike Park. The Coppermine Trail traverses Nelson's mineral belt, a geologically significant area formed 280 million years ago. It is distinct in its barren, rocky landscape and unique plant species such as the Dun Mountain forget-me-not. After copper deposits were discovered in the Maitai River in the 1850s, the Dun Mountain Copper Mining Company Limited was formed to mine it. Nelson's copper proved uneconomic, and the pioneers' focus shifted to the chromite found in the same area. But they needed cost-effective transport. So, the Dun Mountain Railway was opened in 1862 to transport the chromite to the port. It was built in less than a year by about 200 men using picks, shovels and wheelbarrows. Quantity and quality of the chromite was variable and soon uneconomic. The last shipment left Nelson in 1866 and the Dun Mountain section of the railway was subsequently dismantled. Dun Mountain's name derives from dunite, a silicate rich in magnesium and iron ore that weathers to a rusty reddish dun colour. And you'll see once you get to the top of the saddle and are going on that nice 10 kilometre downhill how reddish the soil really is. The Dun Mountain Trail was opened as a New Zealand Great Ride in 2011 and recently renamed the Coppermine Trail to reflect its roots. Met a few weary gentlemen at about a quarter of the way up and we had a chat with them.
Are we about half hour up or we just started?
About the quarter, yeah.
You can still see the bottom, you're not very far up. Right. We're ready to go, this way.
It's kind of gradient all the way up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, with the odd tiny pinch when you go over.
Pretty sure I'm in my fat burning zone.
Yeah.
I'll measure myself.
I am. Slightly higher.
Yeah.
It looks pretty wet here, but it was actually very humid. It wasn't raining at all. Right. But the helmet and clothes were sopping wet. The views all low today. It's so humid and cloudy that there weren't many views to speak of. Fantastic. So I'd done it a couple of times before, as I said, and they were mint. Yeah.
Great views. Look at that. You can see all the way across the Abel Tasman.
That's incredible.
It's a little bit vandalised.
There's quite a few of these notice boards all the way up there with some historic notifications on there, so they're worthwhile having a look at and stopping and reading if you've got time.
Look at that. What's that tell us? Third house.
Here we are, 12k in a
1862.
third house. It's got a basic shelter. It's 660 metres above sea level. It's an atmospheric place to rest with possibility of Wicker wandering around, and there's also, I believe, some bathrooms there, toilets. There's only 6 kilometres to go from third house to Coppermine Saddle, and the trail undulates upwards. The landscape begins drastically to transform from bushy to bald, before long ushering riders on to exposed ridges with stunted manuka and other hardy plant life. Welcome to the so-called mineral belt, studded with strikingly coloured rocks.
Awesome.
Easy.
Thanks, Jace. Nice.
How many KKK? Boys? Windy Point. Third house. Beautiful, look at that. Stunning views.
At Windy Point, which probably will be, the trail continues as single track like it is here for a couple of kilometres before reaching the trail's high point, which is Coppermine Saddle, and that's 870. We bumped into this crazy fellow who's normally offers views of the Mai Tai Valley and Richmond Ranges along here, but today it wasn't, and it's normally an awesome lunch spot.
That was perfect, your time. Is the water all good to drink up here?
Some of them are, you know. Which way are you going down that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, those ones, there's a couple come down from the right, quick, that are fine.
Yeah.
Those ones on the left are really good there, that water there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that,
Cool.
that was quite, where I was drinking, that one's good.
Yeah.
It's all year round, 12 months.
Oh.
So they don't have to here and there.
No, there's nothing here, no, there's nothing here for years. On the right down here, in a couple, you go straight down Coppermine.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many couple K down on the right, there's plenty of water down there.
Ah, cool, fell up there.
Now off we go down the single track. Unfortunately my GoPro Hero 8 ran out of batteries, so I had my little GoPro 5 on my helmet. So I've only recorded a little bit of this because the stabilization isn't quite as good. But you can see the terrain is totally different. You've got orange, ready kind of rock there, and this goes all the way down to Mai Tai Dam, and it's pretty good fun.
Water from there, or
Do you need more?
do you want to get water from there?
You can see how red the soil is coming down. Got to pass this guy on his fat bike. Hopefully he'll let me pass in a second. And yes, he does.
I think they said it was Matea Caves track.
And we made it to Mai Tai Dam, I think that's how you say it. And there's probably another 11k back to Brook Street if that's how you want to finish. Beautiful dam though.
Cool, yeah.
And sometimes you may have to go on the road to get back, but you can finish either in town or back where you started if you started at Brook Street.
Awesome on a big rubber ring.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you like the content. Give me a thumbs up.